name is Suleikha Sutter. I'm from Davis, California. I'm a senior, double majoring in global liberal studies and French, and here is my story. And so when I was applying for colleges, I saw NYU, and I knew that already that I wanted to study abroad in France. And so that was part of the main decision of why I applied to NYU, early decision. And so when I got in, I got into NYU Paris. It really molded my entire academic experience from there. Obviously, I gained certain skills with being exposed to a completely different culture. There's a huge culture shock of moving from the United States to France with a completely different language initially, and as well as like my French improvement. So when I came back to New York, I started to think about how I could incorporate both this first year experience in France and my New York experiences together, which eventually led me to decide to go back to France for my second year, which is really where I started to expand more on how my study abroad experience in Paris would tie into my whole academic pursuits as well as my senior thesis. And so my second year in Paris, I initially at the beginning I joined a club soccer team, and through that I started to get introduced into the world of sports and gender in France. And after that club experience, I started studying at different different universities in France that are affiliated with NYU. So the first semester I studied at La Sorbonne, and the second semester I studied at Sciences Po. And when I was at Sciences Po, I took 3 different classes that added on to my academic experience at NYU just in general with the field of what I want to study, specifically in gender, that tied into my soccer experience as I joined the university team there. And so joining all of these experiences really has molded my pursuits now that I've returned back to New York. I know exactly how I can incorporate both my French language experience, which led me to pursue a major in French, as well as incorporate that French aspect into my global liberal studies senior thesis, which is based off of my gender and racial experiences within France, especially as a women's soccer player within this university setting, and through this experience with different classes at NYU Paris, NYU New York, and then NYU Paris again, as well as the universities of affiliation with NYU. I've been able to compare certain cultural experiences that I have from being in Paris, being in the United States, into my academic path. But that's my story. Your adventure awaits.